Hello everyone, this is Mr. Brain Junkie here, and today we'll be talking about an action fantasy film called Marble Mountains. Be ready for some spoilers ahead. A long time ago, when the universe was created, there were 4 deities with incredible powers who protected the heavens from all its enemies. What they didn't expect was for the king of demons known as Wukong to challenge them as well. The gods fought furiously against the Monkey King, but they were no match for the demon's power and are quickly defeated one by one. This forces the Buddha himself to appear and eventually sealing the demon onto the mortal realm. Many years later, a young boy called Tian is being guided by a mountain deity who shows him the mountain that's trapping the Monkey King. The boy decides to venture there all by himself as he enters into a mysterious cave that becomes filled by darkness the deeper he goes. Suddenly, Tian trips over and falls down into a large opening where he quickly sees a giant statue of a Buddha in the center. Very soon, a powerful demon appears in front of the boy who turns out to be the Monkey King himself. It's quickly revealed that Wukong has been trapped inside the mountain by the gods for 500 years, and he's almost driven insane by being locked in for so long. The demon tries to break free once again, but is only pushed back by a force field as countless tree vines begin whipping him from all sides and knocking him onto the ground. After seeing the demon suffering, the boy reveals that he's here to free Wukong as he was given a magical staff by a deity called Venus who has the power to break the force field. The object eventually transforms into the god who grants the demon freedom temporarily by giving him a magical box. However, if the monkey desires to be truly free, he must deliver this item to the Mountain of Hearts, which will also return all his powers at the same time. Wukong hears this and begins laughing maniacally before blasting out from the mountains and leaving everything in ruins. The demon quickly makes it into the opening as he begins enjoying the fresh air, but is shocked to see that Tian has somehow made it out as well. The boy reveals that Venus is actually trapped inside the demon city and begs the monkey to help, but Wukong refuses immediately as he hates all the gods for making him suffer. Before their conversation continues, the monkey notices that a demon girl is running for her life as a giant monster leaps in and knocks her flying across the field. It turns out that the woman's name is Yang, and she greatly angered the king of trolls by refusing to marry the hideous monster. Luckily, just before the girl can be killed, the creature's attack is quickly stopped by the Monkey King, who knocks the enemy backwards using tremendous force. The troll retaliates immediately, but Wukong is able to break through the enemy's attacks while dodging the monster's battle axe. However, the creature eventually manages to land a hit, which knocks the Monkey King crashing onto the ground. The monster charges in furiously to make the finishing blow, but the attack is stopped just in time by the demon girl, who's controlling the enemy by using her flute. Wukong sees this and quickly takes the chance while knocking the enemy onto the walls before kicking the giant weapon onto the monster's neck and killing the troll at the same time. Yang goes towards the Monkey King and thanks Wukong for saving her life, but also reveals that her friend is also trapped inside the demon city. Unfortunately, the monkey is not interested in saving lives, but he also realized that only the deity Venus knows the true location of the Mountain of Hearts. This gives the monkey no other choice but to head towards the demon city, where countless monsters are living inside as they're all worshipping the Dragon King. Wukong is greatly angered by the situation as he thinks that the people have forgotten his name and quickly decides to end the celebration by cutting off the music. All the demons are infuriated by the interruption as they approach the main character with hostility while demanding to know who he is. Surprisingly, upon learning that the Monkey King is here, the demons begin laughing at Wukong for losing most of his powers while mocking him for being so weak. This fills the main character with anger as he punches a demon across the room and killing the creature right away. Wukong continues attacking all the other demons while knocking them away like ragdolls and quickly defeating all the enemies at the same time. Very soon, the monkey jumps towards the giant pole in the center of the room and revealing his legendary weapon, the Golden Staff, which is supporting the entire entire building. Wukong is shocked to see that his weapon is being used as nothing more than building material, which makes him jump towards the ceiling immediately. The monkey eventually arrives onto the rooftop while planning to free the massive weapon, but is quickly attacked by the dragon demon, who's here to seek vengeance for his fallen comrades. The main character tries to retaliate immediately, but he's clearly no match for the opponent while getting smashed onto the ground instead. At the same time, Tian managed to sneak into the enemy's base alongside the demon girl as they venture even deeper into the dungeons. Luckily, they're eventually able to find the old deity who's sitting on the stone platform while the man appears to be still alive. Surprisingly, the old man also reveals the demon girl's friend, who turns out to be a golden circadus that came from the heavens. Before their conversation continues, the demons have found their location as well, which forces Venus to teleport the people away immediately. They quickly arrive onto the rooftop where the monkey is fighting against the dragon demon, while Venus begs the enemy to let them go. However, the dragon only responds with even more attacks that begins to overpower the people and pushing them backwards. The enemy is eventually able to grab onto Wukong and begins crushing the main character's bones, but Venus manages to break the demon's magic while teleporting the people away from the area. The team quickly arrives into a hidden forest where the monkey demands the deity to tell him the location of the Mountain of Hearts. Surprisingly, Venus claims that only Wukong's master knows the location, but the man has died a long time ago after trading his own life to save the monkey from being killed by the gods. Realizing that his hubris has caused his own master's death, Wukong falls into a state of sadness while promising to find the Mountain of Hearts alongside his new friends. The next morning, the people continue venturing into the forest while trying to locate the mysterious place, and the monkey begins warming up to his new companions as well. They eventually arrive onto a giant cliff as Wukong tries to decide on where to go next, but quickly notice that something is wrong as dark clouds begin to form above the people. Suddenly, numerous dark figures begin to appear right behind the group as the enemies are revealed to be the servants of the dragon demon, who are here to finish off the Monkey King. The opponents quickly summons a massive tornado that manages to engulf the entire area while sucking the people into the air. Wukong tries desperately to hold on to his footing, but eventually fails to save his friends as they fall directly below the cliff, while the enemies quickly pins the monkey onto the ground. Luckily, before the main character is killed, the flying Nimbus appears and rescues everyone into the clouds, while the monkey is shocked that Tian was able to summon his magical ride. However, the boy is obviously too young to drive, while causing the Nimbus to shake and dropping the demon girl's magical flute that eventually lands into a nearby lake. It's quickly revealed that the people here are trying to get rid of a vicious demon, as they hired a demon hunter called Julian to perform a ritual, but the man only looks like he's here to scam the people's money. Very soon, the clouds begin to darken as 3 meteorites travel across the sky, while eventually crashing into the humans' village. The people rush towards the area immediately and is shocked to see Wukong and his friends, while believing that they're sent from heaven to rescue the town. The demon hunter sees that the people are not paying attention to him at all, which forces him to reveal his true form as a pig demon while rushing towards the humans at the same time. Julian tells the people that Wukong is the Monkey King and assures them that he will destroy the hostile demons for the villagers. The pig demon explains that a terrible monster has recently appeared inside the river while targeting any human who dares to go near the water, as it devours the people horrifically. Although Wukong has no desire to help the strangers, he begins to see the suffering in the villagers' faces, and with the encouragement from his friends, the monkey eventually decides to stay to fight off the demon. Very soon, the villagers begin working all together as they use up all their metals to build a weapon for the Monkey King, which is so heavy that it takes multiple men to carry the staff. Surprisingly, Wukong is able to lift the weapon with a single hand and swings the item like it's made from paper while getting ready to fight the demon. The monkey waits patiently beside the lake while the people hide behind the buildings to ambush the creature, and very soon the monster begins to appear behind the Monkey King as it slowly approaches to attack. The demon eventually launches out from the water while heading directly for Wukong, but the monkey is able to knock the creature away away and slamming it onto the ground. This forces the monster to turn back to its human form, while the main character mocks the enemy for being so weak. The river demon becomes furious as he launches towards the main character once again, but Wukong is able to dodge the attacks and knocks the opponent into the water. The villager sees this and quickly celebrates in victory while thinking that the demon has been defeated, not realizing that the monster is still alive. Suddenly, the creature jumps out from the lake and launches directly towards the people, but Julian is able to catch the monster and throws it back into the air. He jumps towards the creature immediately while striking the enemy and knocking the demon right into the water. The humans quickly take the chance and starts pulling onto the ropes while trapping the river demon inside their nets and finally winning the fight. The villagers begin to celebrate immediately for their victory of catching the monster while thanking the Monkey King for everything that he's done. Surprisingly, Wukong tells the people that the real savior is actually Julian, as the pig demon was the one who convinced him to stay. The villagers hear this and begins thanking the man as well, and even allowing him to finally marry his crush despite knowing that Julian is a demon. Sometimes later, Wukong goes towards the demon girl and gives her back the instrument that he was able to retrieve inside the lake. The woman leans forwards to thank the monkey for what he's done, but is surprised that the main character is missing the sound of any heartbeat. Ying realizes that the monkey is missing his heart and promises to help the demon regain what he lost so that Wukong can finally be whole once again. What the people don't realize is that danger is already here, as Tian is kidnapped by a mysterious figure while the villagers are being killed one by one. The two eventually returns back to the celebration but quickly sees that all the people are dead already, as the elder tells them to run immediately before dying as well. Julian also returns back to his new girlfriend's house, but only to see that the woman is suffering on the floor, which causes the man to cry in agony as the girl dies in his arms. At the same time, the Monkey King rushes outside and attacks the intruders immediately, while revealing that all this misery was caused by the dragon demon who has followed them here. This fills Wukong with immense rage as he charges towards the enemy while attacking the opponent with all his might. However, the dragon demon's power is way too strong as it manages to knock the monkey across the field like a flying ragdoll. Luckily, Ying has appeared to join the fight, but the enemy quickly disposes her as well alongside her friend. The dragon begins laughing at how weak the main character has become while conjuring up all his energy to kill the Monkey King. Surprisingly, the attack is quickly stopped by Tian, who manages to rescue the people by using all his inner powers while knocking the enemy away and eventually fainting onto the ground. This causes the dragon demon to realize that the boy has a lot of energy inside his soul while planning to take him by force to absorb all his powers. Wukong sees this and launches towards the enemy right away while trying desperately to save his friend, but the dragon counters immediately and sends the monkey crashing onto the ground. This allows the enemy to leave alongside the boy while the demon girl crawls towards her friend who's dying on the floor. To her surprise, the old deity eventually shows up and tells her that in order to save the Monkey King, she has to sacrifice herself alongside the golden cicadas and turn into the demon's heart. The woman picks up her flute and begins playing for the last time as the golden cicadas slowly appears and eventually landing onto Wukong. This causes the demon to begin having a vision of his master, who questions if the monkey has found the mountain of hearts, while the main character apologizes for failing once again. However, the old man reveals that the monkey has already found the location before returning the demon's full power into his body, while making Wukong realize that his battle is not over yet. Very soon, the monkey demon is able to regain consciousness, but quickly sees that Ying is dying after giving all her energy away, while Wukong has no way to save her life. The woman tells the demon to not be sad as she leans over once again, but this time she's finally able to hear the main character's heartbeat before eventually passing away and disappearing into the wind. This causes Wukong to be filled by rage like the incoming storm while shouting for his flying nimbus to come. The monkey quickly rides onto the cloud as he rushes towards the enemy, not realizing that the dragon demon is already absorbing Tian's power while killing the boy as a result. At the same time, Wukong has made it below the demon's tower as he stares directly towards the massive pole. The monkey charges up all his power before striking the golden staff using tremendous force, and eventually lifting the giant weapon into the air. This causes the entire building to collapse onto itself as the dragon demon crashes onto the ground, while the Monkey King is able to resurface alongside his giant weapon. However, the enemy has also recovered from the fall as he emerges into his new form that resembles the devil himself, but this doesn't scare the monkey one bit as Wukong charges directly towards the enemy. The dragon demon launches numerous attacks towards the Monkey King, but Wukong is able to dodge them right away as he throws the golden staff right onto the enemy. This forces the opponent to retaliate immediately and pushing the main character backwards onto his giant weapon, while the dragon demon tries to ambush Wukong from behind. Luckily, the monkey is able to dodge the attack as he pulls onto the golden staff and smashing it directly towards the enemy. The dragon demon is forced to conjure up all his power and is eventually able to stop the furious blow while the two crashes onto the ground. Wukong sees this and quickly throws the weapon once again as he launches the giant staff right at the enemy while causing a huge explosion as a result. Surprisingly, when the monkey eventually regains his vision, he quickly notices that he's floating in the clouds while the voice of his master tells him that this is the Mountain of Hearts. It turns out that the place he was looking for has always been within himself, where his care for humanity was ignited by the death of his friends. Wukong watches in happiness after knowing that his loved ones are now in heaven, while promising to guard over humanity from now on. So what do you guys think about this movie? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.